in a normal school for I think 2 weeks. But some Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought I will show you a normal day, a weekday in my life. So this is 6:30 in the morning. You can see how lazy Rocky is. He keeps sleeping all day and he still doesn't wake up early morning. And to begin with, I always start with a glass of warm water. This is one good habit which I have started past few years, and I think it has really helped in my metabolism. And today I'm making some pasta for my kids to take for their school lunch. They leave home by 6:30 in the morning. So I try to wake up by 5:30 or 6 sometimes depending on the breakfast that I send them. So I boil some pasta and I make a very quick pasta which hardly takes like 10 minutes. I'll show you what I use. I use this ready-made pasta sauce that we get here in supermarket. It is called Hunt's, and I just add that to the cooked pasta, add little salt and chili flakes, and then I add some cheese cream. This is the cheese cream that we get here, Philadelphia. So I use this cheese cream. I put that little, little more actually, and then I mix it really well. And I also add some mozzarella cheese. This gives a nice creamy texture to the pasta. My kids love this, so I pack this for their lunch. And then I also send them some snacks with some celery and carrots, or sometimes the jicama that I showed you earlier in another video, with some ranch for the dip. After my kids leave, I exercise for some time. That's kind of my daily routine. And then I make breakfast and lunch. For example, usually on the weekdays, our regular breakfast is some scrambled eggs. I stopped making idli, dosas, or parathas long time back. Most of the times, it is scrambled eggs and bread or toast that we have. And on the weekends is when I prepare, special Indian breakfast. So here I am making some scrambled eggs with onions, green chili, bell pepper, and of course eggs. I kind of work out every day, and I also go for walks sometimes in the evening. So I definitely eat like 2 eggs a day in the morning, because I feel I need enough protein, especially in the mornings. And I would say this is one of the reasons that I could, I don't gain a lot of weight, because I feel when I eat Indian breakfast like idli, dosas, or puris, those kind of increase my hunger more. I feel like, I have this craving to eat more. But when I eat eggs in the morning, that craving is not that much, and it keeps me filled for a long time. You must have heard this, from a lot of people, but that's a fact. I have found that difference, and that's why I do that. So after eating my breakfast, I prepare, I make lunch. And today I'm making rajma. Rajma I buy from the from the Indian store here. But I have seen that people also make with the beans that we get here in Mexico. But personally, my kids didn't like the taste that much, so I always buy rajma from the Indian store. So for that, you just have to fry some onions, ginger garlic paste, and put some tomatoes. And once it cools down, or it's mashed well, you put it in a mixie and make a paste. And rajma, you have to soak it overnight for complete 8 to 10 hours, and you cook it properly for till it becomes a little soft. And then in the same pan, you put the mixture that you ground before. Add all the masalas like red chili powder, turmeric powder, and coriander powder. Mix it well and add enough water for the consistency. And then add the cooked rajma into this. Mix it well and cover it for some time and let it cook in a medium flame till you see the oil separates from this. Most of the times I make only one curry per day. I am not like typical Indian who makes a lot of curry. Evening I make chapatis for dinner. Hello again. So I finished cooking and I'm now ready to go to my work. I got ready, and before I go, I just thought I'll close the video by saying few words. For people who don't know, I teach English in a private institute. It's basically a homeschooling concept. So I teach some teenagers there. And before this, sorry, before this, I used to teach in another institute where we used to have a lot of adults. They used to make appointments, and like classes were like every hour, and I used to teach like 8 hours or something. But now in this current institute, I just go like for 3 hours and I get paid almost the same amount as that institute. And many people ask me if I'm teaching in a private school or what is the qualification that you need. Well, I tried teaching in a private school, in a normal school, for I think 2 weeks, but somehow I found it very difficult teaching here in a school, especially coming from India. I found there was a lot of cultural difference as a teacher to teach small kids here. So that's when after 2 weeks, I left that job and I started teaching in a private institute where there are more, like teenagers and adults, and they come willingly to learn English. Because with small kids, especially if you don't know Spanish, it's really difficult to teach English to those kids because sometimes you don't understand what they're saying. This I'm saying, like, I tried teaching like 5 or 7 years back when my Spanish was not really that good. But otherwise too, I found it really difficult teaching in a normal school. I did a course called TKT. It actually qualifies me to teach in any schools here, but somehow I'm not comfortable, so I'm not going back to that. I finish my classes by 2:30 and then I go pick my kids because they also finish their classes. That's one reason I got into this profession, because even if my husband is out of town or if he's busy in meetings, I can always go pick them up after my work, because working anywhere else would create problems because we have to go pick the kids, and so those were the issues. So that's one reason that I'm in teaching. So I just go pick my kids and then come home. And after coming home, it's the usual, I have my lunch, I make my tea or coffee, and then sometimes I go out to buy vegetables, or sometimes my kids need something from the stationery. So these are few things. Maybe I'll show that in some other video. So that's all for this video. I just thought I will show you what I cook in a day when I am working. And I hope you guys liked it. And let me know if you guys want to see anything else in my life. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.